Okay, so this is a big upgrade from our last MDT system. This offers us a lot more diversity than what we want to do. Most of us command staff are already familiar. I know Cook's familiar with it. We spent time yesterday at it. I think Alice is pretty good at it right now. Straight is used to it in another city. Hopkins got it. So at the end of this, if you still don't understand something and you're, hesitant, don't be afraid to, call someone over radio or message them in Discord and just ask them a simple question, because at the end of this training, we are going as all the heads of departments, and this is signed off by Hopkins too. We are going to expect everyone to do full detailed reports on everything. And I'll show you the different reports if you haven't looked at them already. And it's there for us to use, and we want to use them because this CAD isn't free. So we've got to take advantage of probably the best MDT system that's available on 5M right now. Okay, so when you log in, obviously everybody knows how to log into CAD. We've already done that. I see you all on duty. To change your status in the system, you just do the TX log. I'm sure you all want to do this already. So I'm not going to bore you with the easy stuff because I'm sure by now most of you have figured that out. So to run a name in the system, we'll start with the basics. You go to the search, you run their name. If you don't type the name in exactly as it says on their ID, it's not going to come back. So the way the script works is it's got to identify, it looks for the spelling. So like if you got someone say O'Quinn, it's O apostrophe Quinn. If you don't put that apostrophe there, it's going to come back not found in the database. Our sieves will have the same thing. So if I look up, I don't know, what's sieve name?
Uh,
What's
King.
Jackson?
The last name.
You could do Alyssa King or Alex King. Either one works.
Okay, so if I do Alex King, so you'll see it pops up MVD. That is driver information only. Okay, so it lists here everything that she's got going on, her license details, commercial driver, and all this other stuff, fishing, boating, hunting, etc. If she happens to get a charge, whether it's a citation, a written warning, an arrest report, an incident report, trespass note, anything whatsoever in the forms, under this MVD, you're going to see NCIC. You click on that, and that gives you the previous history of that person. So the locals will be the same. If you search a local name under the DMV database or MVD, if it doesn't come up with NCIC under it, they don't have a record. If it does, then they have previous history. Right now, I don't think anyone has any history, so I can't really show you what to look for, unless I give her one really quick. So that's how that works. This only gives you driving record. NCIC is your previous criminal history. You guys see that form sheet, we'll say? Just so I want to make sure it showed up.
Yeah, we see.
Okay, so on the form side, if you look right here, we've got written warnings. That includes verbal. So if you pull someone over and you just say it's a verbal warning, we want it recorded anyway. So we know that you stopped them at such and such time, and we know their previous history of that stop. So written and verbal goes in here. Citations, arrest, incident reports, as if you get in like a TC, or if you get called to a call for domestic disturbance by a civ, or anything that requires that you should take a note of. So any call that's not in a 911 in our database that doesn't show, we want an incident report. If it is a 911 call and there is no arrest, there's no warnings, there's no citations, still put an incident report in to show that you were there and what happened and the outcome of that situation. Because maybe it's a domestic, for example, and you're just like, all right, we're going to separate ways. You're going to go somewhere, you're going to go somewhere. not going to lay any charges, but if I got to come back here, you're going to go to jail. So in order for any other unit that responds to that call, in case you're 10-7 at that time, we need to know what happened. So you would fill this form out. Okay, so search warrant is self-explanatory. Arrest warrant, motor vehicle collision report, or crash report is done for your. If you run into someone, or if you witness an accident of some sort, that is also where you would put this in. It's almost like documenting a car accident for civil case. If they want to take it to court for insurance purposes, or even if it's just for insurance purposes, you can RP it out this way and hand it to them. Tow sheet. Any vehicle you tow, you're required to fill this out. If we see a citation that involves the vehicle should be towed and you don't tow it, put it in your description in the citation sheet that you chose not to tow the vehicle for whatever reason, and give the reason why. If you tow the vehicle, you have to fill this sheet out. We will be looking for it. If you don't do it, we're going to send back your report and make sure you do it. There are businesses that are owned in here, like the 24/7 in the gas station. There's some bars, I believe. If they want someone trespass, you fill this out properly. It's pretty self-explanatory what happened, why they want them trespassed, and just fill out everything it says in the blocks. Contact data sheet is if someone witnesses a crime, for example, and you need their information on file. So if you need further questions and stuff, you can go ask them, or you can reach out to them. You fill this sheet out so we know how to get a hold of them if something happens and we need to speak to them for something else.
Also, one quick thing, I did add in a phone. Everyone has access to it. It's a F1 button. If when you do that contact data form, if it's an actual civ, please put their phone number in it. That's another way for us to contact them if we can't actually find them wandering around.
Right. So use of force sheet. I heard someone to say earlier, taser deployed. Any use of force, whether you're tackling, whether you're tasing or beanbagging, or you have to use lethal, we want this filled out. You're going to have to do this on every time you use any type of force. So if you tase someone, you're going to check off, I verbal commanded them, I yell, well, that would be these two empty hands. These two. Takedown will be your tackle. Then you handcuff them, and you just go through the steps on the check mark. The reason for use of force, you check off whatever ones apply. It doesn't only have to be one, as it says in there already. Check all that apply, and then you describe, etc. DUI report, self-explanatory. Someone driving under the influence, you fill this out, and it gives you what you need to do. Equal pupil size, tracking, black smoop suit. There's actual steps you're supposed to take when you do the test. So this is the actual test you're supposed to take part for people, and you submit this if you have a DUI. This is a report, like a supplement. So like if you fill a report it and you forget something, you put it in here, you put your report number, which will be a new one, and then the original number. Or the other way this is being used, let's say Cook is on a call and I back him up. Cook could put his report in, and then I would fill this out with his report number, which is the original, and then my report number, and then what I saw when I was on scene, and the officer that was initially on call. So this is your initiating officer, and this would be you, obviously, of your follow-up report. Okay, so that's just if you're secondary and you need to do a report to back him up, you would fill this out, and that way we're not clogging up incident reports. We're going to do these instead. Missing persons report is if someone reports someone missing, obviously. Damage to property is if anyone hits a car, hits a tree. It doesn't matter what it is. Anything that's not owned, even if it's a state issued property and it's a serious traffic collision, you can fill this out. And obviously, stolen vehicles pretty self-explanatory. It's someone reports their car stolen. The thing about these forms is, if you don't fill them out correctly, the system will not let you put it in. They won't let you save and validate it and submit it. It's going to tell you have an error, and I'll tell you have the error until you fix that mistake. So another thing to keep in mind is us as command staff, again, we can review every single report you do, and we can send it back if it's not right, or we'll approve it. If you have a report that's pending, which means no one looked at it, it'll sit right here. Okay. Closed forms are ones that the command staff or supervisors approve. They'll fall right here. And then open forms are ones that were sent back. On the next, all supervisors are going to be required to put a note in there saying why they sent it back. So you can read the note, what you did wrong, and then you can fix it. Again, if they say lack detail, we're looking for as much detail as possible. And when I mean detail, we're looking for this. This one, like this, for example. We want to know what happened. This is just a simple traffic ticket. We're not looking for paragraphs. We just want you to tell us where it happened, the color of the vehicle, what you saw, where you were sitting, and the result at the end. Pretty so. Just give us the best effort that you can give us in a report. If it's shit, I'm gonna send it back to you. Just simple. Okay. So I got this car stopped. We're gonna pull. Now, as you notice, right away, the second I pulled this car over, the traffic stop went in there on its own. If that does not happen, like if you're pulling over a civ, like for example, if you're pulling over Alice on her civ character, that's probably not going to happen. So what you're going to do is /TS space and then the description of the vehicle, the plate, your location, and that's it. So now, if I open this call, it says I pulled over, it gives me all the description of the vehicle, blah, blah, blah. Instead of you trying to read the plate, you can literally just take this, Control-C. Here it is. Look at that. NCVR. It's coming back as a stolen vehicle right away. Expired insurance as well. So it tells me this all on its own. I don't have to type anything in. If I look for the driver, so when you go back, you just go back to returns and it brings you back to your previous loop. And I'll show you something else in a second. So now I just go here. Here's our driver. No previous records. It's not saying did twice.
I don't know if you know this, but you can also just click on it. It'll auto search.
Sometimes it doesn't work.
Does it not? Okay.
Yeah, sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. So here's a good point. We'll try that now. So if you want to go back to what you searched before, you just literally click it. Here's your previous. If I want to go back to, I don't know, this guy. Here you go, right? So your history is always stored. The only way to clear this history is hit clear all. I don't recommend doing it, but you can if you want to, just to clear it up. So you can just click the name, and sometimes it doesn't pop up like this. It's not there. So even the Civ side of the MDT, sometimes that doesn't work. I'm not sure why. It's just weird. Okay, so vehicles registered as stolen. I ran the name, and it's not coming back. So that tells me it gave me a fake ID too. So if I go up to him and see who it is. Well, I'll let him go. Anyway. So if he has an information, it will pop up on the bottom NCIC instead of NCVR, and that'll tell you his previous history if he has any. Like this guy. It'll pop up like this, as you saw before. And that's how that works. Now, if there's a dispatcher on, as you call it to dispatch, they can type any comment right here. You can do the same. So if I'm behind this van right now and there's 2 people, I can add a note saying there's 2 occupants in the vehicle. If another unit attaches to my call, then all you do there is you look for my call number or look for my traffic stop, and then you would just click assign yourself to the call if there's no dispatch on.
Call has been updated.
Like that. So he's attached himself to my call. Now there's 2 of us.
Call has been updated. Your attached call has been updated.
So now, if this vehicle flees from you and gets away, and you want to put a bolo, you click on the alerts tab, add alert, bolo, figure out what it is, put the plate of the vehicle in here, and click create. That's it. Simple as that. Very easy. Now, if this person happened to stay here, let's go back to the plate because it comes back. So if I go back to the plate and I'm going to write this citation, let's say I give them a warning. Right? Now, instead of me going back and forth and typing all that stuff in, all I got to do is click import return, click on the plate, and pow, here it is right here. You type in the registered owner and leave the rest blank because it's not a valid driver's license. Then you go get the driver, which I let him go by accident. But then if you want to add the subject information, you have to go back to your search sort. You have to go back to import, and then let's say Alex is the driver. And then it fills in all her stuff right here. Right? So you don't have to tab back and forth. When you click import return, it all pops up your previous search history. All you have to do is click on the stuff that you need. It fills it in on its own. Obviously, you may have to fill some things in, like the registered owner that's driving the vehicle, etc. My call, all I do is click import call, gives me a report number. So now every unit on this traffic stop, if they do have to do a report, all they do is use the same report number. They do the same thing. Import current call that you're attached to, and it fills it in for you. If you're speeding, you have to fill this out and how you measured it and what way they were going when you got them. If you arrest someone, you'll look and you'll notice that it says means of identification. And all that means is how you ID the subject, either a fingerprint machine, ID, or whatever else that this is there. You have to put that into, or it's not going to let you finish it. It's right here. Let's see. Method of identification. It's going to be ID, verbal, or fingerprint. Verbal, to me, is not a valid way of identifying someone because I could lie to my ass off and tell you I'm not that person. Preferably, we'd rather see the ID. Well, fingerprint we don't have, obviously. So, manage charges. I'm sure you guys done this. All the charges are listed here that we have. There's 138 of them. If you don't spell them correctly when you're searching them or spell it out as the penal code states, you're not going to find it. So let's just say speeding. There's all the speeding charges that we have, etc. So if you do this, just say this, and I click import, charge pops right here, shows me it's an infraction, and then all you do is sometimes there'll be like a little blue arrow here. If it's a Civ player, there'll be a little blue arrow right here. You click that, and it gives them the ticket. So then when the Civ goes into their CAD and looks at under review in the same form section, they will see pending signature, and it'll be that they've been issued a ticket, they have to sign it. Everybody makes sense so far? Am I going too fast? Nobody's counting. Good. Perfect. Oh, someone's good. All right. So to issue, I suggest every time you do a report, you click save right here first. In case for whatever reason something crashes, you can always come back to this report. So you save here, it saves for you, not for anyone else. It saves on your side of the MDT. When you want to submit it for us to look at, you click save and validate, and it's going to pop up. So if I do, we'll save it for, I can delete it for you later. Don't worry.
Yeah, I have to
And
do
submit.
some.
Now it's gone. So if I go to the supervisor panel, I'll show you guys this side too. We can look and see pending review. I put this in. I can look at it. Pow. Yep, good. And all I'm going to do now is just click approve. And it's done. If I don't want it, I'm going to send it back. And I'll put my feedback in there. And now, if I look at my panel, you'll see I have 2 sent back. Okay. So now, if you look at, it's just a ticket. So if I give her a ticket, okay, for something. There. So if you notice, down here, there's 4 points. There is a license point system. I think is it 8 or 10?
I believe it's 10.
So after they lose 10 points, when you run their name the next time, it's going to come back as suspended. When you suspend the license, it's 7 days. You're going to lose your license for 7 days. So I'll put this on it. Okay, so she's got enough 4, 6. Okay, so she's good. So now if I submit this, oh shit! See, it's telling me I'm missing all kinds of stuff. We're gonna submit it anyway, and then I'll go approve it really quick. So I submitted it. Now if I go back to her name and run her again, now it says she has a suspended license. And her license is now suspended until 1/10/26. So after the person exceeds the 10 points, the system automatically suspends their license for a duration of time. So they can't, and the civs cannot change this. We cannot change this. The time has to be up first.
Only people that can are judges, which is
and we
a
don't
very select
have
few.
that. So another thing we're going to ask, this isn't going to close on its own. So as you know, I let that vehicle go. My call is still up. So when you're done your traffic stop and everything is finished, your paperwork is done, you're going to go to this box up here, click close call, and then put whatever happened. So I'm going to say warning issued, notes. In the notes, I'm going to put C report and whatever the report number is. And I'm going to hit complete.
You've been detached from your assigned call.
And now my calls are clear. If a 911 call calls in the system by AI, like our local dispatch, and you accept that call will also show up here, up in this spot as well. Status you can change to pending, active, rod, en route, or pending. So pending means you're done the call. Oh, here you go. So I got a call right now. If I press Y to take that call,
Assigned to a call.
local dispatch will put me in that call. Reports of a theft of plane. And here it is. So if I'm on scene, everything's done, and I'm just doing my paperwork, I'm going to change this to pending. That shows the command staff and the supervisors on duty that my call is good, but I'm doing paperwork, so leave me the fuck alone. Same as thing, we do risk reports. If you import like any form, if I do rest, right, and I just click import current call, there it is, Route 68, Sandy Shores, person, obviously, etc. Then you put your description in here. Make sure you fill the court out. The court will be either Blaine County Courthouse or You can use San Andreas courthouse or whatever you want. The date for the court is 1 week from the time you did the ticket. So if it's the 3rd of January, it's going to be just estimate a week or whatever. You can put whatever day you want in there and whatever time. It doesn't really matter. Yeah. So 10 days is usually prime, I guess, if you want. It doesn't matter. When I'm done, I'm going to do the same. Right. Close call. Arrest made. Report number. Complete.
You've been detached from your assigned call.
And it clears the CAD. Right. If you're going 10-6, don't leave this as available. Put yourself as busy or unavailable. If you're doing a report, change this to report.
It doesn't
If you're
show
on
the,
duty,
drop-down
doing
menu.
training, there's training tab there. But if you go off duty for the evening, make sure you close edit the MDT first. Because if not, the next people that get in, they're going to see you're still on duty when you're really not. And this is a great way for us to know who's awake and who's not awake. You can also pin the ones that you use the most. Just click the little pin icon next to the side. Like, as you can tell, I use, I should probably have this one too, because in the other city I kill a lot of people. But it's okay. Yeah, so these are common ones that you don't have to pin them all, or you can just keep all forms up. It's up to you. I do this because it's just faster. I find it faster.
The report number.
49. Yeah. So
No, that's not the report
that-
number.
no,
That's the
so
call
that's
number.
that's because he didn't put this in there. So that was the incident, right?
Yeah, I can send that back.
There goes that. So let's look
The
at this
dollar
one.
sign.
Was it a dollar sign?
It was the dollar sign.
Oh shit. Same thing. So he's got to fix this one too. So I think what happened here, he's using this number as the booking number. So in order to fix this, he needed to create a call. There wasn't a call made, I guess. Because the MDT would add the report number. So, like I said before, if you do it and there's no, or it closes on its own for whatever reason, just do /TS and then you can fill the information in yourself later. You can create your own calls by doing /TS.
If you remember which call it was, you can also go to the call history.
Yes. So your report number should be here. So what you needed to do was copy this instead. You copy this. But if you import the call, like I showed you on the forms, it will fill this in on its own. So all you got to do is go back for the next time. If you do it again by accident, just go back, reopen the call, attach yourself, and then
Except that
just
one.
resubmit this. Just click import call. That's all. Instant report. There was one